In this 4-year-old Goff Spring Sale sponsored 4-year-old Geldings Maiden, and as they approach the first of 12 fences, out there in front is John's Gain. Brian Lawless setting a nice pace on the way over the first fence, leads by 3 lengths to in second place is one of the joint favourites of the off, which is Scotty Joe in the stripes. On that one's inside then you got Call to Order in the green and orange. Back to fourth place we find Mon Sharef, and after the leading group of 4 there's a break of about 4 lengths to the next group of runners, which include Royal Docker, who's on the outside of Salvador King, and the 2 Cormac Doyle horses are anchored at the rear of the field. They are Jars with Jacko and Night Scope. So on they go now to the 4th fence, and John's Gain leads them over, and they all jump it safely. So they've all taken the first 4 fences successfully, and John's Gain, if anything, is increasing his early lead now to about 8 to 10 lengths. Sharing the second spot we've got Call to Order, who's on the inside of Scotty Joe. And after that pair who dispute the second spot, there's a break of another 2.5 lengths to find Mon Sharef. And Mon Sharef is in turn 2.5 lengths in front of Salvador King. And then just after that one is Royal Dancer, and then the 2 still at the back of the field. And the green cap is Jars with Jacko, and the black and green cap of Night Scope. So the 8 runners have taken the first 5 fences safely, and now they have a good long spin on the level before they'll be taking off at the first of the fences in the home straight. But John's Gain, Brian Lawless, has decided on forceful tactics on this one. No hanging around from the start on John's Gain. And as we watch it now halfway down the back straight, it leads by about 3.5 to 4 lengths. Second place is held by Call to Order. That one in turn is just ahead of Scotty Joe, who's in 3rd position. A few lengths then to the likes of Mon Sharef and Salvador King. And then Royal Docker. And still the back markers, Jars with Jacko and Night Scope. About to come into view around this home bend after about a mile of the contest. And John's Gain is 2 lengths in front. Second place is Called to Order alongside with Scotty Joe. So they swing in, and they'll soon meandering their way around the Dull towards the first of the 4 fences up the home straight section. And John's Gain for the Matthew O'Connor team leads by 3.5 lengths. Second place is held by Call to Order, runner for the Tom Keating team, and then for the Jeff Murphy yard in 3rd spot, that's Scotty Joe. Coming over the fence then in 4th place is Mon Sharef, and James Murray, who's a few lengths in turn ahead of, in the orange jacket, Jamie Scallon on Royal Docker. So 6 out. John's Gain gave that one plenty of air and is still 5 lengths clear. Slightly slipping on landing there was Call to Order, but Adam Feeney gets him back into a rhythm quickly. So with a lap to go, John's Gain is 6-7 lengths in front. Second place is now Scotty Joe on the outside of Call to Order. 10 lengths down in the leader in 4th place, taking that fence, Mon Sharef. And then you've got 2.5 to 3 lengths to find the next one up, which is Royal Docker. In turn, that one is just ahead of Salvador King. And after Salvador King, last of the main group is Night Scope, and one who's losing touch is Jars with Jacko. Out they turn, having taken that fence. They've got 3 more to jump and just under a mile to cover. John's Gain back into a 5-length lead. Second place is Called to Order, who's gone through on the inside of Scotty Joe, who's yet to be set alight in 3rd place. Mon Sharef next, and then Royal Docker. And after Royal Docker, who sits in 5th place, there's 2.5 lengths to find Salvador King, and last of those going as they take the 3rd last fence there is Night Scope. Pulling up before the 3rd last was Jars with Jacko. So the field now begin to inject a bit of pace as they go midway down the back straight into the final mile. John's Gain, the lead is just 2.5 lengths now from sharing second spot Scotty Joe, who's up there on the outside of Call to Order, Mon Sharef and Royal Docker, and then the staying on Night Scope all have their chances. The one who's just dropping a little bit off them in behind is Salvador King. So out of view when they return, they'll be into the last 5 or 6 furlongs on the home bend. John's Gain has made practically all and still had the pole position when they disappeared a few moments ago. John's Gain now tackled and headed by Montcharef, who's made a move. Coming at this one into third spot is Royal Docker, and then there's a couple of lengths in behind these to Call to Order. Dropping out is Scotty Joe, so turning in, they've got 2 fences left to jump. Montcharef has made his move off the home bend, but coming after him, Royal Docker holds every chance. So with 2 to jump, these 2 have forged clear. Weakening out of it now is John's Gain. So as we watch them heading to the second last fence, on the outside, that's Royal Docker. Tight to the inside is Montcharef, who's going to go off in front. It's going to be Royal Docker. Royal Docker, Jamie Scallon has come to lead now by 2.5 lengths, but is hanging, and this gives a chance to Montcharef, who's racing a bit straighter on the inside. So Royal Docker at the last, still 2 in front for Montcharef. They're well clear from the remainder as they go to the finish, and it's going to be Royal Docker coming up to the line and going to get the job done. And it's Royal Docker. Jamie Scallon increases his lead in the Cork Championship to 2 once again as he gets home, and Royal Docker from Montcharef, they drew well clear. Left in third in the end was Night Scope, followed by the long-time leader John's Gain, who bagged fourth. Fifth of 5 finishers was Called to Order.
And the result of the Division 2 is first horse 20, second 37, third 16, and horse number 7 was fourth. And the distances there were 3 lengths, 25 lengths, and 8 lengths.
Please get your race card ready. I'll give you the details for the third race. The third race has been divided. In Division 1, there are 9 runners. And the runners and riders are as follows. Number 1, Axel Blue, Barry O'Neill. Number 6, Afinaka, David Doyle. Number 11, Always Wanted, J.L. McCarthy, who claims 5. Number 13, Big City Lights, Andy Burke-Ott. Number 18, Fiddle in the